my friend who was hosting it decided that it would be smarter to just cancel the party. My plans got canceled and I currently have nothing to do on New Year's Eve. I truly don't know how to explain this. Last video, I mentioned time and time again that I had no New Year's plans because the party that I was going to was canceled. But now things have changed. Not that the party is back on, it is still canceled. It is the night of the 31st and one of my friends has said that he is having people over at his ranch. Yes, you heard me correctly, at his ranch. Yes, I do live in Texas. If you were wondering, yes, I'm going to spend my New Year's Eve at a ranch. You know, I really wish I could tell you a story, explain to you how I ended up agreeing to go to a ranch on New Year's Eve and spend the night there, but I just truly don't know what to tell you. It's just happened. I've only ever been to this ranch once, and funny enough, it was on New Year's Day of 2020. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm just filming this just in case some crazy, chaotic mess decides to happen, but I'm not counting on it. I also didn't know that I would be doing this until halfway throughout today. I don't know what else to say. Like, this is my New Year's Eve. Okay, here goes nothing. Or maybe something. Who knows? It's Happy New Year. Next time I'm recording, it'll be the next year. See you guys then. So I'm not gonna lie, I've been putting off filming this. I don't really have a real reason why. I wanted to film this January 1st, but I did wake up a little too hungover and just did not have the energy to film. And by the time that I got my strength back halfway through the day, I lost track of time and didn't have a chance to film. 2 days went by, it is now January 4th, and I am filming it today. I moved the camera because it was like just over here, and now it's like, you don't care, whatever. Before I went to this whole thing, like, I assumed my friend had just invited our friend group to go there since the party that we were gonna go to got canceled. When we got there, it was just like 2 people sitting at the counter where the drinks were. From then, I think I just knew that for the night, like, the vibes here were completely off. I don't even know how to explain how I knew that, but you know, like, when you walk into a function and you can just tell, like, ooh, this is not, like, we shouldn't, you know what I mean? Having at least some of my friends there, I wasn't too pressed at first because I was like, oh, it's just us, like, this is okay, you know, like, whatever, Happy New Year. And this next part just, like, physically pains me. So my friend whose ranch it was, I guess he had invited another guy that we went to high school with. He just, I don't know, like, I've not seen you since we were kicked out of school and could not go back because of a national lockdown back in March 2020. Like, I have not seen you in over a year. Not that I don't want to spend New Year's with you, but I just don't know why you're here. And I also don't know why I'm here if you're here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, two-way, like, I was just really confused. But to top it all off, this man who I've not seen in over a year decides to bring his little posse. I don't know how else to describe it. And in this little group that he's bringing, just 2 guys that I've not seen since I was in 8th grade, and we were so close in middle school. Like, my mom would take them home, like, every day in the 7th and 8th grade. Like, we were really close friends. They show up with him. I don't even know what to tell you. I was literally just sitting on the couch watching them walk in, and my face just, like, my jaw hit the floor. It was so just jarring. Like, I'm just sitting here, claw in hand, like, what am I doing here? Why are these people here? Why is this how I'm spending my New Year's? So the vibes were already off. They are just now so much more off. But the one thing good about these people showing up is they actually brought some liqueur, which I was so stoked to see. Then for the entire night, it was just really, like, I don't know, it was just weird. It was like we're like us, like our friend group kind of together on the couch, and then these people that we went to high school with just all together, like by the counter, like just 2 separate groups. It was really weird. And then if you think that things could not get any weirder, and I mean, I cannot make this up, and it would not be a weird thing to happen if it was in any other setting, they start playing hacky sack. If you would have told me that I would be spending my New Year's in a room half full of people that I've not seen since early 2020, and I would be spending the hours leading up to midnight with people playing hacky sack in a, like, I truly don't know, and I cannot make this up, but I was just sitting here, and me and my friend were on the couch, and we both just are like, anyway, I'm moving on. I'm saying the hacky sack too much, and it's not even sounding like a word anymore. So eventually, when everybody stopped playing, I was under the impression that now people are gonna go, they're gonna have some schmeed, and I was ready. So everybody goes outside, and I waited a little bit because I was like talking to some of my friends, and then eventually I did go outside, but I thought that they were already smoking the schmeed. But I go outside, and everybody is just hanging around a tractor that was apparently in this garage, and I had not seen it before ever. And if that is not the most Texas thing you have ever heard, like kids hanging around a tractor, but I decided to ask someone who's standing outside, like, hey, is happening, like, where, you know, what we doing? I truly don't know how this ended up happening. Like, I don't know how to explain what led to me agreeing to do this, but I get in this like little like golf cart buggy looking thing with a bunch of people, like too many people, like we do not fit in this car, and we go out and we drive to a dock where somebody apparently already has a, you know, and they're already smoking it. But then I quickly realized that whoever's it is, I don't know them. The confidence that I had built up had gone away, and I just didn't want to ask to be put in the rotation. So I just had to sit there, just chilling in the cold and rain. I don't know what happened to my confidence. It really just went away. Okay, one thing that I did notice about this doc that I picked up that like was continuing to happen the rest of the night, it was so awkward. I'm not even kidding, like so awkward. So before I ended up walking onto the dock, me and then another one of my friends and another guy, we were sitting like by the golf cart, and everybody who was like on the actual dock was just chatting about, they were having a time, like, you know, going off about something. Like I could just, like, you could hear them talking. And finally, when I get the courage to walk across these steps and actually go onto the dock where everybody else is, awkward, dead silence. Maybe it was because I was like a little drunk at this point that I just am assuming this was all because of me, that they're being like silent and awkward. But I just picked up on it the whole night. I also ended up being the only girl there the entire time that at least I was there. Maybe it changed when I left, but when I was there, I was the only girl there. I honestly was hoping that they would bring at least a few girls. Maybe I could make a friend. I don't know, but like I was the only one there. But then the best but most cringiest part of it all, I'm clenching my fist because it's just so cringy, is when it hit midnight. You know, the typical thing when it hits midnight on New Year's is a New Year's kiss, and you know, you could be a friend, it could be a significant other, you know, like anybody. I mean, at this point, I was not expecting to have a New Year's kiss. I did not want to kiss anybody there, but what happened instead, oh my god, I can't, like, ew, this is making me cry so bad. When it hit midnight, everyone was just like, hey guys, it's midnight, Happy New Year. And then everyone just started hugging each other. Like, I don't even know, like this probably is not even like that bad, but just like in the moment, like half of these people I just don't talk to, and then the other half are like my close friends, so it was just weird, like we're all just hugging each other. Okay, so that's what happened at midnight. We stayed for so long only because one of my friends who was going to show up there, me and him had gone half and half on a handle, and he was in Dallas at this time because his girlfriend was at this one thing and he like wanted to be there with her, but he was gonna come meet us after. And at this point, me and my friends were like, we have to get out of here as quick as possible because this is just not, like, we can't be here any longer. It was already just so weird and cringy, and we needed to leave. But we were waiting for our friend to finally start heading over here. We decided to wait it out as long as we could because where he was, it was gonna take him like an hour to get to where we were. So we decided to just mingle and chat as if things were already just so awkward. And so we did. We like just kind of were trying to chat amongst everybody. One thing that did happen in the time that like we wanted to leave and we actually did leave, the guy whose house it was, I was with, like, talking to him at some point, and he had mentioned, and I wish I remembered, like, just like personally, I remembered like who he was talking about, but he was mentioning that these two guys that were there, that he needed to go put down towels on his beds for like the guest beds, because these two guys assumed that they were going to get laid tonight. Like what? Like, by who? Again, I just want to mention, as the only girl there, hearing this, I was like, come again? I'm so sorry, I don't think I heard that one right. And so that was just the moment that I was like, I need to leave. So at this point, we had just decided to text our friend to meet us at their apartment because we needed to get out of there. So after that, nothing really story-worthy happened. I did get my tequila though, which honestly, that's the only thing that I was looking forward to that night. I took a few shots back at the apartment, and that was a great time for me. Honestly, like, saved the night. Hence why I woke up the next morning, and for some reason, I had lost my voice. It's 4 a.m. New Year's Day. I'm going to bed. My voice is gone. I don't know how that happened, because I feel like I didn't talk too much that night, and so I just woke up and my voice was gone. I was really hungover, and that was my New Year's experience. I hope that the story was somewhat interesting, very cringy for me. I guess this is the end of the video. I hope that you all enjoyed. I think I just need to go to bed.